And I've got like a whole bunch of things that are supposed to. Hey, everybody, we are live. We do have another panelist that'll be joining us later. I kind of like need to center myself. And this is Hóllie from Hunter Ryan.
And B Babash from B Babash.
AKA Barbara.
Yeah, you can either find me at B Babash or Barbara Babash on just about everything.
Yeah. So if you're in the room and you want to join us to talk about reseller craziness, anything that we're talking about or that you're interested in. So last week we once again failed
So
because
bad.
we both, well, I actually did list. I don't think I listed the whole 15 every day. Hey, Alana, you can come into the chat room with the link I sent you in your Instagram. I think that's her. I'm not sure. Did I send you a link? Did we meet with me talking about your photography? Oh, she's eating. No, so that was like the really cool thing that happened this week. My girl here, Erin, but it says Alana. I'm pretty sure it's Erin. Um, Erin, I believe it's correct. I was looking at her closet, and she has like shots from like really interesting angles, like from down low or over high. And I was like, they're really cool artistically. Oh, it's not her. So this is someone else. Alana. Elaine. Okay, so let me know if you want to come in, Elaine, because I thought you were Alana. Erin. Shh, crazy. Um, that's not her for sure. Okay, so yay, we have a new friend that's eating, drinking. She's doing water. I'm doing the good stuff. Um, so she has like these really cool photos, but I was like, as a buyer, I'm not really sure because of the angles that you use. It can make something look longer or shorter, So it's really cool artistically or editorially, but I'm not sure how good it is for selling. And like maybe just having one unusual shot in the front, but like if she photo roomed out the background or Photoshop, whichever, I think it might work better as just like a cover photo and then change the other stuff. But it was really cool. We started talking about different stuff, and she said she was going to join us later. Yeah, Alana or Elaine. Yeah, I didn't really see it as a good selling, but she said like she actually gets kind of a 50-50 on it.
Well, I would think that maybe it would attract people to her stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then she could have regular photos after would work.
Right. And that's what I was thinking too. It's like if she had that as her cover photo and then kind of had the normal layout for the others. So something to look at. I have so many listings that I need to go back and pull them out, remove the backgrounds, redo them. I probably reshoot some of them because they're horrible. Um,
We all have horrible photos.
but the big one that I'm trying to do now is according to the talk, I guess, that happened. I missed it. But it's kind of like going around the reseller community is that one of the search engine things now for Google is for you to actually have a picture of the UPC. in your listings. So everything that's got a tag, I'm trying to get good pictures of UPCs and get those up there because I think that might help too. Again, as Google up their algorithm. Can't even say algorithm. What do you think? Miss Barbara, the queen of what is it? No, I can't even think. You know the word I mean.
Being lazy.
No. Search engine
Yeah,
optimization.
I mean, it makes it easier to find things, but used clothing, the likelihood of finding the UPCs is pretty low. Can it be found? Yes. Can you get a font that makes the UPC code? Yes. It is possible if you have the number and you can search. There's all sorts of companies that you can put in like the name and as much as you can, and then they'll come up with a UPC for you, and then you can do that. However, that seems like an awful lot of work. Unless it's a big ticket item, I don't think I'm gonna do
Right.
it.
And that's for me, that's why I'm kind of like all my high end stuff that has tags on it. Those are the ones that I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. If it has a tag, yes, I can. You can
right.
get one more photo. It'll take you all of 1 second to take it. So yeah, I can see that. But in general, it ain't happening. As you know, I'm too lazy.
You're a mess. Yeah, I have been kind of lazy today. I just started doing some photographs, photography before came up for this. So right now I'm trying to kind of get a mix of things to go in, and I was like going through my photos and I still have a bunch that I haven't gotten into listings yet. So yeah, it's like that. It's like I want to get more pictures so I can get more things listed, but then I get all these pictures and I'm trying to go in and make my listings, and then I find out I double listed something. So it's kind of like,
I delete my photos because I don't want to fill up my phone. I'm too lazy.
well, I got the
Delete, delete, delete.
because I use my iPad.
Well,
So
see, you do it differently. I don't.
um, I think people made too much. I think I can click on this and it'll pop up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think people made too much of the comment about the UPC. She was just throwing things out and said if you have the UPC, it might help it to add a picture of that. Okay, very nice to know. So you were actually in the meeting, I'm assuming, because I missed it. I missed a lot of things this week. I had like a migraine for 4 days. I slept all day one day and woke up and realized that that was supposed to be the um, boycott day, and I was like, oh well, I guess I did it by accident. So
Yeah, I didn't boycott anything.
yeah, exactly. I just boycotted life. I took meds and went to sleep. So Elaine, what kinds of other things did they talk about that actually are important? Because that's the hard part when you're getting information like second and third generation. I was under the impression that the UPC was, yeah, I didn't either. I didn't boycott. Yeah. So mine wasn't intentional. I was sick. So, but that's been something that I've noticed, unfortunately, in the community is that some people will exaggerate things that have happened. So, like I'm thinking, okay, we need to get UPC codes. And I'm like telling people, hey, let's make sure our pictures have UPC codes. If you've got the tags, get that because that's what they said. So it's good to have that information like firsthand, like front here. So she did not join the search hack call. Okay, it was the one before. All right. And then they did mention white backgrounds, which is nothing yet, right? And that's where those are the ones that I need to update, or my original ones with what I used to have as background is this, like my regular peachy color that the ball
It's
is.
not the end of the world if you don't have the white background. As long as you have the right search words in it, it'll come up regardless. So I don't think that's such a big deal.
Yeah. So Elaine says 99.9% of her stuff is used. If it's new and then there's a code, she'll show the picture. Yeah, pretty much like what we're saying is that probably the only things that I would go and look up a UPC if I didn't have it is I have some like high-end designer items that might, and she uses Photo Room. I do as well.
I do only on long things that you can see the sides, and I feel like it because some of my stuff is long and you can see you got the crap on the sides.
Yeah, I did.
But I'm the lazy. I should change my title to the lazy reseller.
Yeah, I'm sure that might be.
Telling you, oh my god.
There you go.
So yeah,
go for it. I'm like, I just want to try. I was just kind of, I didn't feel well, obviously, this week, so I was not doing anything, but I did run my closet tools, so I was, yeah, very crisp. Yep, same. And I get like when I'm on Photo Room and I do the, delete the background. I'm like the anal person that then goes in and like if it's like messing up one area or if it left stuff, I'll like go in. I'm like doing it like I'm in Photoshop or something, and I'll keep getting the little message like, is there something wrong with our cutouts? I'm like, yes. So you can like send them. You can like send them, and I notice like the more I send them the picture that I'm working on, the better my pictures have been getting in the automatic cutout.
Yeah, they've gotten much better than they used to be.
Yeah.
I will give them that. When I started using it, which was, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think right after they came out, they still had like the hanger would show or anything like between the legs would still show. And even if you wanted to cut it out, the cutout tools were too big. You'd cut out half the leg of the pants. Yeah. And the color used to be a little off from what the actual color is. So it's improved quite a bit. But once again, I'm too lazy.
Well, I love it. They sent me something the other day for my anniversary with Photo Room. I've been on the pro side, like I pay them the yearly, whatever it is, since April 2019, I think. 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've been using that for a while, and I pretty much do the bulk, and I love now. Like it used to be, you could only do, I think when I first started it, you could only do like 25 pictures at a time. Then it went up to 50, and now it's 250 at a time.
Wow,
but that's for being on the pro. If you're not on the pro, I think it's still time that you have.
Yeah, I only use it very occasionally because I'm too lazy to do it. It's the truth. I'm lazy.
But I mean, you want to get the good, clean background, and we've got the good lighting with our identical photo booths. That's the we have.
Yes, we do have those.
I got some really good shoes, and actually, let me see. I might be having. I've been doing Shop Goodwill this week too, and I was devastated because I found my new.
Here she goes with these things.
Freaking duck shoes. They're called duck shoes. They're ugly as hell, but they're like major Instagram kind of fodder shoes. And even though like the leather was kind of ragged up, I have like everything I need to fix that. So these are like shoes that resell for $400. and nobody was messing with it. It was like I had it at the opening bid, and then somebody came in and they upped it, so I kept upping it, and they ended up beating me by $1 because I missed going in at the right time to check it. I was so upset. Oh, she says I saw this. They're called Manu. It's MANU, and that is a gold brand. Put it on your list. I keep a list in my phone, a little notepad area. Like anytime people are talking about different brands and stuff, I like they say something's good, I'll go in there and put it in there. If they say they ended up paying $31 because I had it at 30. So they paid $31 for these shoes that if they know how to fix them, they can probably sell for $450. And I am kicking myself constantly, but I did get a lot of other good stuff, and some of it like really on lower price. So like right now, I shouldn't be telling people all the time like to go on the stores that I say go to, because I think I'm creating competition.
You are.
Which is kind of good, maybe, because then maybe it'll keep me from spending so much. But so like right now, I have one thing ending right now. So let's see if we won it or not. Still waiting, and that one's like at the opening bid. I've got it. Oh, I got a pair of pants that close. They close like after 11. They're almost midnight. So hopefully nobody takes those. I already lost the Doc Martens. If you want a pair of Doc Martens and you're willing to go more than 26, there is, I think they're size 9 too. And they're actually really cute. Doc Marten black leather heeled Chelsea boat. I forgot what the other word is. I just looked them up. So right now they're at $26 on Shop Goodwill in Greater New York area. So if you want a pair of Doc Martens, the Chelsea it's like the smooth one. It's not lace up. It's like a smooth. I think it's zippered.
It's a pull. I think it's like a pull on, more like a pull on.
Yeah. And then I gave up on this just because of the size, because it's actually a really good thing to find, but it's only a 5.5.
Oof.
And that's an Adidas Y3 Yoji Yamamoto black and white sneakers. They're really cute. It's only at $18 right now, but it's a size 5, so I'm just gonna kind of skip it. I have enough size 5 stuff that I can't sell. Then I've got one that I'm winning right now, and I think it's because it's written in a foreign language that they can't understand, but I can. So that's good. That was good. I keep getting knocked off of this one. There's an MZ Wallace black double front pocket purse on there right now at $16.99 is where it's at right now. MZ Wallace, this bag, there's one listed right now for $145. And then Elaine also said, "Oh no, too small." And then she said, "Too much for flipping." I think so. That is.
And Hollie's down.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, my whole thing just exploded. So yeah, so I'm giving away all my secrets, but I figure if you're willing to like do something, you should be. If you let people in on secrets that you have or whatever, sorry. Yeah, so the MZ Wallace is at 18 right now, I think. No, $16.99 right now. But I don't want to go that high. I've got more than enough purses and stuff to deal with right now. But yeah, I've got a couple good ones that are closing tonight. So fingers crossed, nobody going and steal my stuff. If you see the winning bid is from Poshtopia, please don't steal my stuff. Please, please. But yeah, that just got me because I don't know why I really like invested my thought and energy into those damn ugly shoes. Elaine says I've only done Shop Goodwill locally when I had a bin trip scheduled so she can pick it up. Yeah, I need to do that more. Originally bought one thing, but it was a good flip. Yeah. Or she only bought that. Hands off. Yes, please. I really need to find who bought those Minots. And if they found out about it from our little chats, I'm gonna cry even more.
No crying.
I wanted those ugly boots. I wanted them even more for being able to fix them. Like especially like right now I'm having to just do the basic crap that it is to get stuff listed, take pictures, fold it, put it away. But the main reason I started doing this is because I want to do that upcycling stuff. I want to find cool vintage pieces and kind of bring them back to life. So that's kind of like why I wanted to start it. So like having a project like that, it was like very exciting. It was like in my head, I'm like already going through, okay, I need this shoe cream. I need this dye. I need to do this with the top. So, I mean, I'll use it for something else, but it just depends. Are you in it just to do the list and flip, or are you interested in doing that more intense working on things? What is your business like? And I think that's kind of like one of the things that we have to figure out to help us decide like where our path is. And I hope I won some of these. I'm like babbling. I have not heard my email ding.
So as many of you know, because I mentioned it a couple times, I have people coming. They're coming next weekend. I thought they were coming this weekend. They're coming next weekend. So when I was going into my spare bedroom where I store some stuff that's supposed to be listed, surprise, I found unlisted items. So I found something that I'm thinking of putting on Depop.
Okay.
Which I don't have an account for, but it's brand new, and
what
it's
AF. Oh, that's cool.
So it's AFLN. It's brand new.
What is AFLN?
It's a streetwear.
Oh my gosh, it's
extra small.
That's extra small.
That's extra small. It's a men's extra small.
I'm extra small. I just
So I found this. I had got this a while ago. I think I spent like
that's so cool.
Like $4 on it. But their stuff sells for quite a bit of money, and it is a streetwear brand. So that's one of the things that I ran across. I also ran across this is a what side is it on? Oh, it's on this side. Charlotte Speedway.
One right here.
It's a jacket with a hood.
Your sweatshirt, it's on Grailed for 130 right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is just Port Authority, but because of the NASCAR type of thing, right. I'm sure to go for some good money. It was probably original like $65. I'll probably list it for like, I don't know, 20. She's not loving Depop.
Who?
I wonder what. What else did I find? Oh, then I found
figured out Depop.
Then I found this. Now this it's got padded shoulders. And it's a zip on the back. It's a motorcycle jacket.
A motorcycle jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
I can see the because it's got the padding. Let me see who it is. Belt. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good brand too.
it's a woman's jacket.
I sell a lot of motocross, but that's more like regular
Yeah,
motorcycle.
this is
stuff.
motocross.
But I do sell a lot of oh, Elaine said she missed what was so special about that.
Oh, it's a
But
streetwear.
yeah, it's the brand, I guess. But the giant pineapple is so cute. Um, there is that stupid offer situation. Oh, nice. What's the stupid offer situation other than them being able to send offers? Oh, did they start doing something with what is that dynamic? Waldlofer dynamic. Wait, I was trying to read it.
It
Val-
is
Uh,
old man shoes,
yeah,
but
that's
they're designed for comfort.
yeah.
And I had a friend of mine, her stepfather had passed away, and he had a bunch of stuff that I took. I sold most of it, and for some reason, this was in the room. I don't know why I was saving it, but these should sell for I don't know, probably somewhere around $30. See, that's the brand again.
Okay, wait. I want to just see what it says. For the großen comfort. Okay, so it's like for the best comfort.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it says on the top for the best.
Yeah, so it's
Oh yeah, the offers
this
are not binding. We need to talk about that, like she said. Because I actually Waldlaufer is the Nama. Is der Name. Ist Waldlaufer. I can't see 218.
yes.
Is that dollars or euro?
No, those are dollars.
Okay, because euro would be even more.
I know. Yeah, offers aren't binding on Depop.
But yeah, because so like that's the only thing I've had one offer on Depop, and I accepted it, and then the lady ghosted me. So that's like the only thing I've ever had on Depop. So I kind of like just stopped doing anything with it. But apparently, if you keep kind of churning your listings, it's supposed to help. But whatever. Then on Poshmark, I've had it happen 2 times now. Um, I've had it happen 2 times now that on Poshmark somebody makes an offer, I accept it. It gives me a message saying that their payment method isn't correct. Never. And I actually had those were like my only sales this week, is literally within minutes of each other. I had an offer on Poshmark and an offer on eBay, both of them for different items, but both of them for $30. I accepted both of them and neither of them paid. It's ridiculous. So, and I even have eBay set to they have to pay automatically. And it was like waiting on him. So I've sent like two invoices. So now I have to go back and get eBay to give me back my money that, like what you have to pay for the sale and to put my stuff back up. So let me say, yes, their CC is expired, or yeah, the credit cards expire more often than not. They fix it, but not always. Yeah, I've had it happen like twice before, maybe like pretty well spaced apart, and they came on and fixed it and paid for it. This is 2 now within a month that they didn't have their stuff right and they never showed back up. So that's very frustrating, because then you're stuck with, like, especially with like Poshmark, you're not allowed to delete that listing, but you can relist. And I use Vendo, so I just do the relist on Vendo, but it won't let me delist because it's been sold. So it's frustrating, because you have to go in and redo it. With eBay, you have to go jump through the hoop. You have to request for them to, make it a non-sale. Then your item is released, and then you can relist it. So I don't know why people do that. Like, why do they even make an offer if they're not going to buy it?
I hate when they do that. So
It's
the other thing is, it is from Works.
okay. Those are steel toe boots.
Yeah,
Or,
steel-toed shoes. They hardly have any wear on them, so I picked them up. They were like $5. I figure I could turn them around for like 30. Yeah, it's W.
I've been trying to, just because I have so much crap, and I still have to feed my compulsion of buying stuff. I have put it so that I'm not making offers on Poshmark or on Shop Goodwill unless I know that I can sell it for over $100. There's been like one thing that I bought that I would make at least 50, but it was like only $2.99 plus the $3 handling. So it's like $7 when you add in the shipping for it. But trying to just be like very picky, because when we start, we definitely do not. Elaine says, nice stuff, Barbara.
Oh, thank you. I do try to get some nice stuff. I do fairly well with sales. Even when I don't list, I still seem to get sales.
Yeah, I've never had this bad. Even when I close my closet for like a week to try and work on stuff, the next week, as soon as I turned it back on, I was getting offers and sales. Says auctions like that are addictive. Yes, they are, and that's why I have $20,000 worth of stuff still. Oh, that's cool.
It's a Chico's.
That's interesting.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I don't do well with this. I don't understand like really heavy necklaces. It's one thing if you're gonna make something big and chunky, but make it easier to. She tries to keep extra drafts so she can always list or relist. Yeah, I do the same thing. I use Vendu, so I can go in and relist right away. It's just the jumping through the hoops with eBay to give me back the money that they charge me, for this sale for their whatever fee, and so then I can list and be fine with it. And then there was the I'm the asshole um issue that I had this week, and I feel really bad, but I know I probably would have did the same thing as her in a way. Um, there was a girl that had like a bunch of stuff really inexpensively on her closet, and I mean it's like fast fashion kind of stuff. It's not really something I would normally get, but she had a couple denim items that I was like, okay, those would be good to add to my tie dye. And she had this one dress. It was like a white dress, and it was new, and it's like Fashion Nova, I guess it is. So it's new at tags, and it was white, and I was like, okay, that would be cool with like a sunburst kind of tie dye on it. So I asked her what the material was, and even told her I'm doing tie dye, so I have to have natural fibers like cotton, linen, stuff like that. So she told me it was cotton. I was like, okay, cool. So I threw it in with this pile of other stuff I bought from her in a bundle, and it was nice. Everything showed up, and it was like the white dress that I only added to the bundle because she told me, why are you just taking away from my talking rambling? But so anyway, she told me it was cotton, or would not have added it to the bundle of stuff I already had. and I really am not like a fan of a kind of listing person as is. You know, if I could do something to it, then I would. But it ends up being like mostly polyester, which is a real pain in the ass. You have to do special synthetic dyes to do it, and it's just that would be worth the time and energy to do that, to go and buy dye especially for it. So I put in the case, but I was very clear. I said, you know, like the seller's really nice, everything else, there's nothing wrong with everything else. The only thing that I really have an issue with is stress, because I only got it because, and here's the picture of our conversation on her page. And I was like, and I'm kind of like trying to push Poshmark to think about how they treat bundles so that people can send back one item if everything else is good. Because it's not fair. Like if you've done a really good job, everything else is fine, but say one thing's wrong. Well, now I got to cancel the whole order. It gets shipped back, and now if that person really wanted the other stuff, now they have to buy it again. You know, and it's kind of ridiculous. So I was kind of pushing that, and I feel bad that she was like getting kind of dragged into my political move, but it is something that I felt like really needed to be addressed. And I really didn't want the dress if I couldn't dye it. So I just kind of was clear in that everything else was fine. The only thing I would want to return is the dress. And unfortunately, Poshmark doesn't let us do that. So they ended up deciding the case as I got a $15 credit, and I guess she got paid, and then I've got the dress. So I was going to actually spend the $15 credit in her store, and she blocked me. But I mean, I get it. I probably would have blocked me too because I was the asshole. And she kind of got caught up in a political thing. So I'm sorry if she ever sees this, or if you see somebody talking about the crazy woman that filed a complaint because something wasn't cotton. That's me. But I mean, that's something that we really need to try and get Posh to listen to, because I see it so many times. Okay, so how do you think Posh could do that with a bundle? How do they decide how much one of several items is worth from the total? And that's where kind of the, because they do like leave the original list price, even if like combined it's less. So that is like the hard thing to figure out. So you know, it's a quandary. How do we figure it out so that we don't have this issue? Like, you know, do you look at how much each item is listed at, and then like do that percentage times the total value? So like if one thing is say it's $15 and the total's 50, so you got 15, or 50 divided, no, 15 divided by 50 gives you your percentage of 50 that 15 is. So if it's just that item, then you do that percentage. Does that make sense? So that's the one thing I think of. Okay. So Mare Spreadings. Hi, Mare Spreadings. Nice little honor curt thing you got around there. So that's a question. Like, what do you think? Do you think that that's something worth pushing with Poshmark, especially right now when we have so many other things coming to the forefront that people are, you know, people are boycotting now because of, I don't even really know why everybody's boycott. I know stuff is being done to the algorithm. I went from like really good sales to now I've had no sales in a week, and I was very active on listing and sharing, even though like everything else in the world was dead to me. Um, so what things are like the most important for us to put up there and say, hey, fix this? And yeah, she said that's why it isn't likely to happen. And that's the hard part, is that we would have to try and come up with a, this is how you could do it. Like for me, I would say do it as percentage of the total. Because that kind of would give you a clear approximation of what was worth more. I don't know. But then the other stuff, like with the algorithm, the thing that's frustrating is that you could be having your sales tanked because you got put in the wrong group, and we have no control over that. And, you know, they say still follow these little rules and share and do that, and you'll be fine. But then they're putting us in a group that's literally, the algorithm is saying show them last. So it's very difficult. So Elaine says, so what if you paid is 50% off the full price total, then 50% off the full price of the one item?
For a bundle. What she's saying is like, what if they give you a bigger discount on one item?
Right. So here's, yeah, because like I would look at it as the regular total, like without discounts and stuff. You have like your regular total, and then how much each thing list costs that makes up that total. Well, now you look at what percentage of each of that regular total each thing is, and then you use that percentage of the discounted total. Does that make sense? Yeah, and she's saying the group thing is a cluster, and that's where I'm kicking myself for forgetting about this meeting, because I really would like to be in there. I mean, I was like 2 classes short of having a master's in statistics, so I I honestly feel like it should have been a voluntary thing instead of you're just going to be thrown in a group and you won't know. Either your sales are going to tank or they're going to be great. And the week before, people had no sales and I was getting a lot of sales. So it kind of like rolled over. So I don't know if I was in a good group and then got rolled into a bad group. When will I get back into a good group?
Yeah, so I don't notice any difference in my sales. They're all just the same across the board.
Yeah, but I mean, you're just like this freaking unicorn, Barbara. You don't share, you get sales. You don't list, you get sales. And you don't like just get one sale. You get like 6 and you didn't even like open Poshmark. So you're like the crazy unicorn person that all of us are freaking jealous of.
So. I try to sell things that people like. And, I'm not afraid to lower my prices. That's the other thing. I buy low enough that I can lower my prices.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to Nicole State, which she's a very controversial person, I am aware. I think she's a very smart businesswoman, regardless of what other people think. And she buys low so that she can sell it at a discount. She'll put something maybe $50 and somebody offers her, $25. She'll take it because she only has $3 into it. So she's still making money. Yeah. Is it worth more? Yeah. But what's the chance of somebody else coming across and maybe saying 30? Maybe, maybe not. Because there's many times that I have turned down an offer and then the item just sits and nobody else offers anything on it. So I see her point in being buy as low as you possibly can and then sell it. If they're offering to you, take the offer.
Yeah. I had that happen. Like, my very first time going to the Benz was also like, it got shut down while I was there because of COVID. But I got this shirt. This lady actually like, gave me this shirt when she was clearing out her basket, and I was kind of looking at it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, because it's very 70s, like kind of sewn together, patchwork, sewn together thing. I was like, well, let me at least Google Chrome it or Google Lens it. Pull it up. It's like in the Met Museum. So like of the Met Museum has this area where it's like they have an outfit for each decade. So this shirt is literally in the Met for the 60s as part of the 60s.
Representing a era.
Right. It's representing the era of the 60s. So I'm like, oh, wow, this is cool. And I saw someone that had one listed for $400. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to keep this. And it had like all of the threads from the being sewn together were still in there. So that made it like museum quality. I got an offer of $100 like pretty soon after I listed it. I ended up a year later selling to the same guy for $100 because it didn't go anywhere for that whole year. So you never know. If you got the room and whatever and you think that it's worth more, then, go ahead and wait a while. If it doesn't sell, then you may still be able to go back to the original person. So Elaine says, oh, dude. Elaine is controversial, but she knows her stuff. Watch to learn her. I don't have to love her. Here's my thing. Okay, so we have very different political leanings. If anybody's seen my cop, hell no. But to me, I wasn't like really part of the thing. I know Barbara, you actually got was it like a hat or an accessory?
Oh, for her Nordstrom sale? Yeah, I got the accessory one.
Okay, and you were happy with everything you got,
yes,
right?
Because I looked and she did the pre-sale and she showed everything that was in some of the boxes, and I wasn't impressed with a lot of them, but I liked the accessory box. And then when she was talking about approximately what price she's going to have, I looked at the price per piece and I realized that the shoe box it was a no-go. It was just a no-go. She had already said that she was going to take out anything worth money and either list it as a auction item for her sale or outside of that entire thing. So I knew there wasn't going to be any unicorns in the thing because she is not going to let a unicorn go by. That's not the type of businesswoman. So I purchased mine and I was very happy. I got like 7 pairs of UGG gloves, nice leather gloves. I got a ton of stuff, and I've made my money back. And I gave the gloves actually 4 pair of gloves to my nieces and nephews.
Oh no.
So I'm like,
yeah, that's where I was. I wasn't like in the drama at all. Wanted no part of people, going, especially because of the person that consistently tends to be the person to try and start issues within the community. But I watched the video, like after it kind of like died down a little bit, I was like, okay. I had watched the videos of a couple of the unboxings. She was like, okay, I'm going to show you what's in here. She opened it up, and she's going through. And she said specifically, the tag price, if it's a sale price, that's not what she uses. And that's the same exact thing as any of these other wholesalers. They do it based on, so she says she does not do mystery box or lots like that. She said she just needs to stick to reselling and stop trying for the big quick buck. Yeah, well, I think what happened with that is that people were looking at her videos and seeing these unicorns that she was pulling out, thinking, oh, my $200 box should have a $38,000 watch. No, it's not going to. She showed you. There's going to be 1 to 2 items that their retail price and resale value should pay for the box. Everything else was supposed to be like your profit, and it was going to be things that are less expensive. And she was very detailed in showing the tags. This isn't the price that we're basing the valuation. We're basing it on the original sale price, which literally is the same thing that other wholesalers do. So I never got into that situation, but I just wanted to say, especially now that she's back, hopefully the person that pretty much only has a channel for going for her is the one that gets removed. So, like,
Yep.
don't like somebody, if they're giving good advice, be grateful that they're
Well, my thing also was, as a reseller and a buyer in general, you need to do your research to know whether or not you're going to get a good deal or not, because there's
exactly.
many times that I pass things up. Like, like I bought Cozy. I bought those that jewelry box from Cozy. It was like 100 pieces for $85. No, they haven't had it up since then, because I would buy another one. I got lucky and I happened to get a Tiffany piece in it. But I've looked at their other jewelry ones, and there's no way I would buy them. It's too high a price. I can't make any money
Yeah.
off them.
And the region, I mean,
Regen is all broken stuff.
Yeah, it was
stuff, torn stuff.
I got the region boots.
Yeah, I already knew that.
None of them were leather. Well, no, sorry, there were like 3 pairs that were actually leather. Sorry, my neighbor. We're having neighbor issues. I can't even talk now.
Yeah, for your regen box, most of yours wasn't good.
Yeah, it was trash. I mean, these boots were so ridiculously garbage that they weren't even good enough to give to Salvation Army here. I mean, I ended up throwing them in the trash. They didn't even have stuff worth harvesting. Like, sometimes I'll get a pair of boots that at least I can harvest, some of the leather to use in other things. Or,
or something, a decor that's on it, a buckle.
Buckles. Yeah, buckle, zipper, stuff. This stuff, that was garbage. Like, it was horrible.
Well, that's what I heard that, and I didn't go for it. Now they have white packs, t-shirts, and shoes, I believe.
Yeah, they just did that one. I
didn't get them. I know Leslie bought some. Leslie from Resellers Passion bought some.
I saw Leslie had one.
But it's like $4 for a t-shirt, and I was like, I can buy a t-shirt for $1.99 at the Goodwill if I want.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, like at Goodwill, that's where I'm probably getting most of my sourcing now for my tie-dye and batik is the bins.
Oh yeah, you can go to the bins, but I haven't been to the bins or store since pandemic. So. But no, like, I always think it's buyer beware. Like, when I buy, as I've mentioned before, I buy quite a few things from ThreadUp, and I buy, like, I just got, last time I had showed you guys my Louis Vuitton I got out of the designer box. Now you have to realize $120 and you have 7 items. Well, those 7 items probably have something wrong with them that you have to fix or whatever, which is fine. I can sew, I can, do that. So I don't worry about that. For somebody who doesn't have any skills, that's a lot of money to cough up.
Right.
Like, I do the 5-pound jewelry boxes too, which are a lot of work because it's a knot, and you can spend 3-4 hours trying to get this big knot into individual pieces. And I don't mind doing that because I can find a lot of stuff. I found Tiffany in there. I found 14 karat, sterling silver, James Avery, but it's not like I get that in every box.
Right.
So you have to be realistic. You may end up with a bunch of broken things because it's a DIY 5-pound box. Right. And you may end up with some decent stuff. I got one box the other day. I had 2 boxes the other day. One was great. It had a lot of, like, J. Crew, Ann Taylor, Loft, Chico's, like all stuff that I can sell for, $20, and make some money off of it. And the other one was just mostly, no name brands. So you have to take that into account. The same thing when I also buy their 15-piece box. Usually there's one piece in there that'll make your money back, and then, the rest of it. The same thing with their fun boxes. Usually they have one piece that's decent and then the rest.
Pay it off, yeah.
But I've gotten ones that have total crap in it. And, you have to be able to lose that money. So anytime you buy an item, you have to say to yourself, can I lose however much money I'm putting into this box? Because it may just be crap. And if you can lose it, go ahead and give it a try. Yeah. If you can't afford to lose it, don't buy it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they said that they were going to give me some replacement boots. But I think they're going to come with, I bought something I don't even know what this other thing I ordered from them was, but I ordered something else from them, and I've gotten an email saying that, sorry that it's delayed. I was like, look, I got more than enough here. You can take your time, not a rush. And I just told them that they could put the boots in whatever the hell it was I bought. So I don't know. It'll be a surprise. Surprise.
Yeah. So my opinion is, regardless of whether it's Nicole State, Cozy Threads, ThreadUp, or some random selling it on Poshmark as a mystery box, if you can't afford to lose that money, you do not belong buying the item.
Right.
That's what I fully believe.
Yeah.
Buyer beware.
I've only done it once so far, but I will do it again this Veterans Day. I do a $25 mystery box that the $20 after Poshmark takes their $5, I donate to Mission 22, which is for veterans at risk of suicide. And I still try to make sure that I was putting in things that kind of went with the person's closet and was a good value. They should be able to make 3 times, because I kind of think that's what most of us, that's kind of our minimum, is I need to make at least 3 times what it cost me, because then that gets rid of your direct and indirect cost of goods, and then you still got probably not 2/3, but it's usually more than half kind of thing. So
yeah,
that's where you have to look at pretty much most of the things that are on those wholesale sites. The only time I buy from them is when they have a no shipping, a free shipping or a half off sale.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And right now, thank God I'm being realistic about how much room I have, because the new shoebox that Cozy has, they say it's good to excellent quality items.
There's 200 of them.
200 pairs of shoes
for $350.
For basically $500 with the shipping.
It's $550. So they come out to about,
it's $275 each.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. That's a good deal.
Very good. Even if they're not the greatest brands.
The thing is, if they are good to excellent and actually sellable things.
Well, the problem is you're going to end up with Wish shoes and
you can send me stuff.
Walmart shoes.
Walmart.
But once again, can you afford to lose $550? If you can, then you buy it. If you make your money off of it, fabulous. If you make a profit, even better.
Yeah.
So I wanted to tell you before we go, because it's almost 9.
Okay.
My tragedy happened yesterday.
And then I'll have a funny story to tell after.
So I have a Rolo, and I had a glass of milk sitting on top of my Rolo.
No.
And I spilt the milk. Good news, because the glass was sitting up, it fell this way, so it didn't get the Rolo wet.
Okay, good.
It got all the labels wet.
Dude, that's fine. Get some free ones.
No. Because it's milk and there's a sugar base to it, they stick together. I had to take
throw those away, but get me.
Not those. You know how expensive labels
are. You call UPS. Like if you're
500 pack of labels.
Yeah.
I had to unpeel them all. Now they're all individual. Mm-hmm. I had to rip each one. I had to peel them carefully apart, rip each one.
Oh no!
And then I had them laid all over in here. And my husband's like, "What the hell is the big confetti?" And I'm like, "It's not confetti."
So, did you try to see if they actually work after they?
No. And I got 2 labels totally screwed up.
Oh God! You just.
I'm like, I'm not throwing that away. You know how much money that is.
Well,
if it was water, it would have been fine, but it was milk.
When I signed up for my UPS business account, I ordered 3 or 4 of the rolls of 4.5 by 6 or 4 by 6. I did the fan ones, the roll ones, and I even got the ones that you put through the printer, it's a half and half, 8.5 sheet. I got all that for backup, and then I got a free 500 with the Rolo.
Right, because they give you that.
Do you have the Rolo wireless?
No, I don't have the wireless.
Okay.
It's fine. I don't mind.
So I just got a message pop up from my girl Erin. She's Pacific time, so for some reason she was thinking it was going to be 8 o'clock Pacific. So maybe I'll finish my beer, and then I'll go live with Erin. What time is 8 Pacific? Is 11?
It's 11, yeah.
That's right when I got a bunch of Shop Goodwill things ending. So I'll either be devastated or happy. Although none of these are the menu. Okay, so most of you guys don't know this. I don't know who follows my neighbor drama. But so drunk psycho neighbor that is in jail for battery on a police officer, resist arrest, and all this other stuff, including misuse of 911 because he was calling 911 and telling them that he owned the world and they needed to bring him a sandwich. Okay, so this is what I've lived with for 7 years. So he finally gets in jail. We're looking at his stuff. So now he's he's trying to get considered she said ouch on your stuff. He's trying to get found as not competent to stand trial. And it said in the thing, the lawyer says that he tried to talk to him and he just said that he does not appreciate the charges. They do not appreciate these charges or what the possible circumstances. Okay, here's Erin. Hey, Erin.
Hi.
We're actually wrapping up. I'm telling my crazy neighbor story because it just got super real. So he's gone to jail. We've kept her sober for a month and a half, but we keep having to take her to the hospital. So she got a jury summons.
Oh, fun.
For the same day as his trial, his voyeur. So I'm oh my God, I have to take her to this because it would be so funny if she gets called into voyeur for his trial, and they're does anyone know this guy? And she'd be yes, he's the bum that's been living with me for 7 years.
That would be funny just to hear in court.
I was just like, because it seemed like around the same date as we had seen his trial was supposed to start, or his voir dire was supposed to start. And I was like, I looked it up. I was laughing for like 5 minutes, crying.
Oh yeah,
so
I would be too, for sure.
Oh, yes, I want Chinese. I love you. I want Chinese. Don't you love when like someone sends you a message asking you if you want Chinese?
Oh yeah. Mine would be Mexican food though.
We have like no Mexican. My island's like 5 miles by 2 miles. It's pretty much like where the workers for the lower keys live. So we do have like houses that people rent. So like now pretty much most of our snowbirds have moved out because it's starting to get hot. But we have 2 pizza places, a Chinese food, and then there's like a couple bars and restaurants. The pizza place is the only place that delivers pizza of the 2. And then there's one restaurant that does deliver, but it's like really expensive. To get Chinese, you actually have to go down and get it. They're not doing delivery anymore of Chinese. And all of those stores, including the pizza parlors, close at 9:30.
Oh, no.
Last order has to be in by 9. That's on the weekend too, people. Like Friday, Saturday, I'm sitting here doing stuff. It's like, oh crap, it's 9 o'clock. It's too late to order pizza.
That's kind of how I grew up. I lived in a small ranching community, and there was only delivery for pizza in town. That's it. And I lived out in the country, so.
Yeah. Are you doing your work for?
I am. I'm getting some earrings ready to go so that when I do sell them, I just can get them together, write them, throw them in the thank you card, and be done with it. And it only takes me 5 minutes to put them together, but sometimes I'm so busy I don't have time to put them together when somebody buys them. So
now, do you make your jewelry yourself?
I make a lot of my jewelry. These ones I just put together. I just buy the holograph pieces and the jump rings and the hoop earrings, and it takes me 5 minutes to put together. So
right, that's cool.
I sold 2 handbags yesterday. I'm so excited. So when I sell a handbag, I always give free gifts, but if it's a handbag, then I throw in a pair of free earrings.
Oh, that's nice. I do. This is my free. So for shoes and purses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a free, dust bag.
Yeah.
Information, and I do this because now I've got advertising space in their closet. Like where they keep their purses and their shoes.
Right.
So they're about $1 each. Oh my gosh.
Where do you order those at?
I actually get them from any promo. I will send you the link. If anybody is interested, just let me know and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested because I do need to order some dust bags.
Yes, I love them. And these are like, they're really like the backpack kind of things, but they're perfect. And you want the ones like this that are like the woven fabric kind of thing.
I know you want cotton.
Yeah, so it breathes. You just need something so it breathes.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to make my Chinese order.
Oh, no worries.
Like, everybody pause. Hóllie needs to order Chinese. Somebody else talk for a minute. Barbara, you're good at talking. Jump in.
Oh, thanks for that. Just saying I'm a blabbermouth. No. Well, it's true.
You haven't said anything yet at all. I haven't heard you say
oh, believe me, I can talk. That's never been a problem. So my mother said she regretted teaching me to talk. Let me tell you. So you make your own jewelry and sell it. I like to buy jewelry and sell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't make it. I can make it. I don't make it.
I have all the end caps and everything, and I like to do it. I just really don't have time. But putting this together only takes me 5 minutes, and it's a great free gift with a handbag. And I do like to give the dust bags free, and I also use Coach cleaner and conditioner,
Oh,
and
really?
so I clean them all up and make sure that they're all pristine, and then they get the free dust bag with it. So
That's
You put
excellent.
way more effort in. I'm going to change my name. I'm telling you, to the lazy reseller.
So,
I'm the lazy. I swear. She's like, I do this and this and this, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. Like,
but I like that part too. You know, I like that being able to get something that may be a little scuffed up or something, and then you get in there and you, like I like to use saddle soap. I'm just now starting to use the Dr. Martin's Wonder Balsam, but
okay.
you know, I'm like old school because I was in the army. We used saddle soap. It was like your good cleaner conditioner, and I like saddle soap still, like for leather jackets, because it's a lot. It's people don't condition their leather jackets.
Right. Exactly.
Constantly, you will get them, and they'll feel like really dry. Get
Right.
there with either the Wonder Blossom or like saddle soap or something that's like a good cleaner and conditioner.
I
And
watched a lot of videos um on just YouTube and so forth, and I watched one that compared some different cleaners and so forth. And I grew up on a ranch, so I worked with leather a lot. I love working with leather, but for me, what I chose was the official Coach brand to
right,
use on the
uh,
handbags, because I thought that it won't leave as much residue. There was some like experiment that I watched that they tried just on some little pieces and just to see how it would go. And so I thought, for purses, I should stick with the Coach original stuff. Maybe it doesn't work as well to remove things, but it's going to protect it the best, I think.
yeah. And I do stuff where it's you're actually removing the glaze, getting it down because like when you have really bad rubbed areas
Uh-huh.
where the where you're seeing the leather now instead of the color, you
Right,
want
instead of
to glaze
the
that
polish.
whole, yeah, you wanted to glaze the whole area so that when you
Okay.
buy, you can make sure that you're getting that entire area because if you don't deglaze it like a large area around it, then you'll come up with like line stuff where you
Right, right. A
stuff.
watermark or whatever.
Right. And another thing for because I've had like a couple bags that'll have watermarks on them, and especially like if it's a really blonde leather, I kind of like the darker leather anyway. So
Hmm.
I like to use olive oil and
Oh, okay, yeah.
oil leather, and then that makes the whole thing that darker color, and it
Right.
and it gives it like a lot of good conditioning in there, and it gets in there really well through the glaze. So olive oil is a really great thing. Like if you want to change a blonde leather to a darker color without having to get dye and polish and all that stuff. It's
Right.
like so easy. You just wipe it on and it darkens it. And
Even with the Coach cleaner, when I don't know if you guys have seen my saddle purse, it got a little bit darker when I used just the Coach cleaner and so.
uh, this saddle purses are huge money. Erin has
Yeah.
like really good high end things on her
well,
car.
I have. You talked the vintage coast saddle purses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my own personal one.
Yeah. I sold mine. It's a darker one, and it got darker when I cleaned it. I only sold it because I found a lighter tan one that was in perfect condition.
Uh,
So I got me that one, and I'm selling the one that I originally got.
I have a dark brown one.
Yeah, this one's a dark brown, definitely from the 70s. The tooling in it is definitely not new. It's nice and soft. Has a little beautiful like bird of peace on it on the side of it, and it's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, I have my own personal like purses, but I don't usually sell my own personal items on Poshmark, eBay, or any of those. I usually bring them to a consignment shop, because I find a lot of times people think their items are worth more than they are, even as resellers, because it's their item and they know how much they spend and yada yada yada. So,
Right.
for me not to fall into that lovely trap, I bring it to consignment shop, and whatever I make, I make.
Okay. I don't have any problem like letting stuff sit till I find the right buyer. That doesn't bother me at all. I've been on here since right after my youngest was born, so 2016ish, and I've had stuff sit in the bottom for 4 years, and it's just sitting in my storage. And if I've already taken the pictures, I don't feel the need to like take it down because
Right.
it's just sitting there.
I've already done
Why it's just sitting there. Yeah, I can just let it sit there
No,
for
I can
however long.
agree with that, but I just
If
think
you've
that a
got-
lot of people think their stuff is worth more than it is, so I don't.
My prices are a little bit higher, and I would say that maybe that's true. I do think some of my stuff is worth more, but when I do that, it allows me to offer them the 20% off discount right away with the first like. And so I want to leave a little bit of wiggle room, and I can always relist it in a couple weeks if, put it new out there. But I don't have any problem waiting for the right person to come along and be the right person to love and cherish it. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, see, that I'm totally different. I mean, if I'm selling something that's not mine, then not a big deal. But if it's mine, I'm afraid I'll fall into that trap. So I just bring it to consignment shop. And you know what? I don't have to do anything with it. I just bring it all in and be like, goodbye.
Yeah.
Now, do you get more because I've heard some people talk about when they take stuff to the consignment or to the resell, like the
Buy, sell, reach, buy, sell, trade.
yeah, those that you'll actually get more if you take it in store credit, and then you can go through and find items in the store that are
Not the ones that I use personally.
Okay.
I have one that I bring stuff that's more of like I call it my old lady clothes, which is like, Ann Taylor and Chico's, whatever. And that is that's a charity store, and it's a consignment charity store. So I get what I get, and I'm fine with that, whatever I get for it. And then for the stuff that I bring in my size, which I call goddess size.
Oh man.
I like that. I love that.
Then I that's a hike for me. That's like an hour and 10 minutes away from me. And that's going through Charlotte, which sucks, into like Gastonia, which is like the worst section you could possibly be in. Yeah. But nevertheless, I bring it there and I get like, I think it's 40%. They don't sell it for a lot. But I sell almost everything I bring in. Yeah. So there's a point where you have to be like, yeah, I may get like, say, a shirt like this. It's just a t-shirt. I could bring this in and they'd probably price it for like $7.50 and I'd get like $3 for it. But
that's not that bad.
But here's the thing. One, I've worn it and I've got my time out of it. Two, all I had to do is bring it down there and I don't do anything else with it. There's no photographing, there's no shipping, there's none of that. And three, they'll mail me a check.
That's good.
Yeah.
Are they doing now that the selling kind of like resellers are kind of like being targeted now to make sure that everybody's like properly doing their taxes? Are they getting your social now when you sell to?
No, they still haven't touched that with consignment shops. And this particular consignment shop has a very large following. And one of the big advantages of this consignment shop is they do videos 2 to 4 days a week, depending on what's going on. And somebody can watch their video on live video on Facebook, and you can put in what lot number it is, and they buy it, and then they'll ship it to them directly.
Yep. They do the live sales.
Oh yeah, they do live sales, and their stuff sells like this.
Erin, have you done any live sales?
No, I haven't. I'm not on eBay. It seems so complicated to me. I love the fact that Posh is just so easy with the shipping, and it's priority, it's insured, and all of that.
100% agree.
So I would just rather stick with Posh and not have to go through all the rules and figure out all the other crap. It's so much easier. I can use the priority boxes for free, do whatever I need to do in using materials in that way, and it's just taken care of. And I don't have to think about it.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. I'm fixing to add Kidizen because I did get some kid stuff from a neighbor, and so I like pick through it and I pick things that are nicer, and so wish me luck on that. But I just wanted to see how that works because they now have Kidizen also has women's clothes now too on it. Yeah.
Well, I want to know about. I was thinking about maybe trying like a Whatnot. So Whatnot is a live auction. It's a new thing. You have to apply.
Okay.
It takes a while. They get all your personal information. So they're gonna send you a 1099, or they're gonna send it to the government, because they definitely do that. My only hesitation about it is I'm like her. I'm on Facebook, but it's not like I do my resell on Facebook at all. That's my personal stuff. So I don't have like a following type of thing. And that's a big following type of thing. And you also really need to have a personality.
Yeah.
You have to schmooze.
You got a personality.
Okay. All right. So the personality I'm fine on, but I don't have a large following. So I am thinking about doing it. I might sign up for it and do a small one. Plan it ahead. It's almost like listing. You have to put all your information in and all your pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like a 30-second auction. So I don't know what price point it starts at. So I would be interested in knowing because most of the price points I've seen start at $1, which would concern me if I'm new and I'm selling something for $1.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of doing it and then trying to figure out if there's I can start at like a $5 price point or whatever. So
it's like a reserve that has to be met, like on eBay.
Well, they don't have reserves. It is what it is. But I'm thinking of doing that, and maybe because I've watched one that Rally Roots did. Man, I am just naming off people today off of YouTube. Really promoting people. I saw one that Rally Roots did just the other day. They had oh my god.
Turned into me. You can't remember what.
Oh my god. I'm drawing a blank. Teddy bears.
Stife?
Huh?
Stife?
No. It's a band. Teddy bears.
I thought you were talking like
Boyd.
Teddy bears. Stife.
Is it Boyd Bears?
No. It's
a band.
Oh my god. The Grateful Dead.
Oh. Okay.
Like drawing a blank. So they auctioned off 50 Grateful Dead t-shirts, anywhere from like $125 up to $1,200, and they have a huge following on YouTube. So obviously they're going to draw in that. But I wanted to see how it ran, so I watched it from when they started off with it doing a live off of Facebook, and then keeping live on Facebook. I switched over to Whatnot, so they had both cameras going. I mean, obviously you can only bid on Whatnot, but I wanted to see how it ran. And I mean, obviously their stuff was a lot of money, and I'm not putting that much on because, one, I don't have a following, and two, I'd be scared that I put $1,000 item on and it sold for $3.
Right.
But I wanted to see how it ran, and it's like 30 seconds. I was like, holy cow. Like,
so they only have 30 seconds per item for bidding.
That's what theirs was. I'm going to have to watch a few others. So that's why you need a following. You need to have a lot of people. They say that the best way to do it is to get your stuff ready, get it all uploaded like a week ahead of time. And then that way you can put on that what you have, because they'll be able to see all your items that you're going to auction off. and they say you should have 1 or 2 like giveaways so that it draws people in.
Okay.
So I'm seriously considering it. I just wish I knew someone who's done it who could, give me the ins and outs. It's not like I can call Rally Roots up and be like, "Hey, can I get some advice?" Yeah, that's not going to happen any more than it's going to be Harry Tornado, who also does it. I haven't seen his yet. His is the next one I'm going to watch.
But see, I think Harry Tornado would. Like, if somebody asked him for help, I think he would. Because, like, he helped the guy that's Prison to Profit. Have you ever seen him? Prison to Profit is literally, he got out of prison and he started learning how to resell. And he was following Harry Tornado, and they ended up being at the same, like, Amazon reject store. And they started talking, and then Harry actually ended up giving Prison to Profit like his old camera setup when he got a new one. So I think
I'm not. I would just like to know how it works on whatnot. And those are the only 2 that I know, like, because they're YouTube people that I happen to watch.
Send him a message. I bet he would. He might even do like a.
No, I don't want to do that. I'll just stumble along, follow my face, and go from there.
Now that is lazy. It's like, hey, just literally ask someone if they could give you more information. Yeah, no, just. Sure.
Well, because I'm sure I've been on Whatnot, and they have a lot of stuff to tell you how to do it and all that. I just need to read through it all, and then watch some to see how it's showing on the front side. And then what I really like to do is ask somebody how it works on the back side. But I think it would be something good for, like, I'm hoping to do like jewelry, and maybe some, some of my clothing and stuff. Because I know that if you buy one lot, it's like $5 to ship, and then if you buy more than one thing, it's only $1 more.
Oh, that's interesting.
So expense wise, it's supposedly pretty good for the cost of shipping and stuff, which was important to me. And they don't take a lot of your money either. They only take a small percentage. I think it's under 10%. I don't know what it is exactly. I have to, as I said, I don't know enough about it. But I'm thinking of doing that. And it's live, so you're gonna have to stand there with all your items and be like, "Here it is."
Now, see, where I live, there's like everything flies off of Facebook Marketplace like hella fast. But I'm a professional photographer too, and I've got work I'm behind on, so I can't do any of the other social type stuff and link everything up until I get that done. And then I'm also having surgery this summer, so I need to get recovered from that before I start linking everything up. But
well, you're just not in the right place right now, which is fine. I mean, like, that doesn't mean I'm going to start it before the summer. Believe me.
Right.
We barely get through a week. It's like, yeah, no. So
I mean,
I 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have a full-time job. I currently work from home. Oh, you aren't aware, but I had cancer last year.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're in remission. Yes.
Oh no, mine was easy. They just took it out and it's gone. So I haven't had to have any chemo or radiation or anything. So
good.
So I had my 1-year checkup, which went well. Awesome. But like, it's just, you have to be in the right spot. And I'm working, and I'm working from home because with COVID and everything. My company's like, yeah, don't come in the office. So I'm working from home, plus I'm doing my little side hustle here of, selling things, and
right.
And I'm slowly redecorating the house. My father had passed away several years ago, and I'm in his house. So, and it was, his and my mother's house. So it's like, it's hard to get rid of it because it's like some of the stuff I grew up with.
Oh, trust me. I think I have the sentimental gene. Like, I trust.
And I'm not sentimental, but I'm like, I'm comfortable in it because it's something that I grew up with. These are the items that were around the house. So I've been slowly but surely removing things. And as I mentioned to Hóllie, I have company coming. They're coming next weekend. So the spare bedroom I've been redoing. So I have like a new bed, a new mattress. I have, new nightstands. I don't have everything in there yet. I haven't found a dresser or some type of credenza or something because I want to put the TV on. I haven't found what I'm looking for in that, but I've been putting it together slowly, like finding the pieces I want and not in a rush. But, so it takes time. Oh, no, you put a piece of paper on us?
Erin's like packing. We're like sitting here not doing anything. And
well, normally I'm printing labels and you yell at me. I'm always printing labels and she's always yelling at me. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm printing the labels for stuff I sold. And then she's like, yes, because you sold stuff.
Yeah, well, that was a heartbreaker. I haven't sold anything in a week. I'm
no,
the bad group. I'm in the
I hate with those dry spells.
Yeah, so I'm taking a bunch of pictures and now I gotta go and pay someone for. Oh wait, somebody sent me a private chat. Hi, I mean, you sent me a private chat, Erin.
I said hi, I'm here. So real quick, can I switch this thing where I switch my camera? Can I turn it around or no?
Yes. Right
well,
now,
anyway, this is my packing station. I use one of those shopping bags, and I've got all my paper, all my little tapes and everything else is in here, and my ribbons are on the bottom. So I just put that in and out of the closet so that it's up and out of the way and just drag it out when I need to.
Okay, so you have a much cleaner house than the two of us.
Yeah, her house
no.
Okay,
No. I have 3 kids.
So this is Pushtopia Studios area, right? It looks all pretty. But
right.
Then that's the leather room that's under, and then we've even got stuff hanging up there. And this is like the clean room.
So this is my entry. There's a ladder with the bookshelf and the curio cabinet. There's a chair with crap on it, a studio light. This is my desk. This is where I do all my jewelry. And
on it.
I put my jewelry on here actually to take pictures of it before I post this. This actually works as a good backdrop too.
Yeah, that is.
So
cool.
Oh, please. Mine, you can't see because I'm on the little photo, but if you could see on either side of me, I am in a room that's like,
here's my workbench. My workbench is the closet door that wasn't working right. So there's my little. This is Faith.
Hi, Faith.
Hi,
Nana. Who'd she say?
She called you Nana.
Aw. Hopefully I won't be a Nana for a while, but I'll be your pretend Nana. She's like, this is not fun. Do you want to see my dog?
Yeah.
My dog is like
this is my workbench, and it's got all the crap.
I'm telling you, it's still neater than mine.
Oh, puppy! Oh, and
this is a Godzilla Yorkie.
What the heck?
25-pound Yorkie.
Hi, Yorkie.
Chewy Barca.
Chewy. I use this for my canvas.
That one I haven't seen before.
Oh, do you use that?
Yes, I use this on the interior of my purses to get ink out and on the canvas part.
Does it work good?
It works great.
I have something that starts with an A. It's like made for ink. I got that when I first started. But I got these like little roller carts from Michael's that I have to finish doing them, but like I have one that's going to be for my sewing stuff, one that's I got one for my dyes, one for my I do like batik, so I have like these stamper things that are called chops, and then I also have my drawing pens for the wax, which are chaunting. So I have like one that's got all the batik stuff, and then I have one for my packing. So I've just got I've got so much crap that I think, oh, it's good to have this stuff around. and especially like for my dyes and stuff. Yeah, I need a lot of space.
Yeah,
Trying
I'm
to
packed
work
to the
out.
gills.
Come on, baby.
But this is a 4-bedroom apartment, and my son is 17, and he spends most of his time at his girlfriend's. So a lot of my inventory is up there, and I use his bed to put a blanket down and do a lot of my shots that are laying down.
Yeah,
I have 2 photo boxes.
yeah, we both like Barbara and I both have like the large 6-foot photo booth that I actually have a turnstile that you can plug in and it'll turn itself, but I use it just because of my back. Having to pick up and move my mannequin around was kind of painful. I've got it on that little swivel now. I can just swivel it around. It makes
Oh,
a really
nice.
so and then we both have small tabletop what do we call it, light boxes that we use for like jewelry and shoes and hats and stuff like that, like small stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I have my small stuff is in my kitchen right now on my kitchen table and like in bins around there. Just because it's easier to keep all leather in the house, so like shoes and all that stuff I keep in the house. Whereas I have 2 areas downstairs. I do have dehumidifiers and air conditioners in them. Just because that's so important. If you like convert a garage or something, make sure that you've got it really well insulated. You got
Yeah.
an air conditioner and a dehumidifier going.
Right.
Because I've had stuff that ended up like messing up, especially like when it's faux leather.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it was sent in plastic, and you should
Oh,
never put leather or faux leather. Don't fold it together without like
and keep it in a dry, cool space.
Yeah.
End of
So
story.
that's a really important thing. If you're selling faux leather, like there's these really thin faux leather shirts that I see a lot of times. If you fold that together to ship it, if that person lives somewhere really hot and that's going to be sitting in that, and like you very likely could get a case when they go to pull it apart.
Yeah.
Part stays on the side part. So use your newsprint. I use newsprint, is what it's officially called, but like big tissue.
Yeah, I got packing paper. Like I
Yeah.
just boxed up a purse that I sold, and it's a nice Coach leather purse. So what I did, because it's going to New Jersey and I'm in California, so I put the packing paper down first, but I put the purse by itself in a waterproof priority shipping. I use these guys.
Okay.
And so I put it in there to make sure that in case it rains or anything, it gets wet, because this is waterproof, so the purse is protected. And then I put the thank you card and the earrings on top in the box.
Okay, that's a good idea. But I get a lot. I have like a lot of large purses.
Oh yeah.
I use like the pillows and stuff around them. I don't do a lot when it comes to waterproofing, but most of my boxes are, like, because like the UPS boxes are pretty good at, I mean, unless you're putting oak in it, explodes. I haven't really had any issue with that.
I always use priority shipping because
Yeah,
they tend to take care of them better when they have these in those. I've found just from buying a lot myself.
For my items that are not Poshmark and aren't, because like some of the other platforms, I also have it set up to do priority mail. For those, I have like several different sizes of the plastic back. What are these things called? I can't remember the official, like what we call these bags. Like when you got the bag and it's got the little thing.
Oh, a zipper, a little plastic zipper.
No, like the mailers. What is it freaking
Tie
called?
back.
No, it's not tie back. It's I don't know. It's like plastic mailers. But anyway, I have a bunch of different sizes. And like the good thing I did was I got different colors for each size.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, like if I see something, I kind of know, like I can grab. Okay, that's going to be the large one, or that's going to be the middle size turquoise. So that way, it's kind of easier for that. And I would probably put like a large thing in if I was concerned about where it was going, like if it looked like they were having lots of storms, could always throw them into one of those if it's too big for the tie back. I need to order some more of the bubble envelopes because I know
Bubble mailers.
people use the bubble envelopes, and those would be handy for me because I like to put stuff in boxes. I mean, even my little stuff I put in little boxes. But then I have to go to the post office because I've got too much stuff. It's not going to fit my mailbox. So sometimes, like if I really, I can't go to the post office and I don't want to, like make my carrier hate me that day. I'll just put everything in like my little packages or I have some of the tie back envelopes. I've used some of those, but I always worry like people are going to think that tie back isn't like sturdy enough thing. I don't know.
I use when somebody just has jewelry, I will put my little thing of jewelry with the cardboard on it and everything, and I'll tape that to the inside. I'll tape it so it doesn't move, and I'll tape it to the inside of the thank you card and then put it in there, and then put the thank you card into the little bubble. It slides right in there, perfect size, and so it's less likely to get bent. Not that it won't, but for sure, but just keeps it a little stiffer.
All right, I'm gonna go, guys.
Okay. And I'm gonna have to go
Okay.
to my Chinese this year.
All right.
Erin next week, 8 Eastern. But
8 Eastern, so that's that's what, 5 to me, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we can also do another thing later this week if you want for photography.
Okay.
I've got Chinese.
Yay! All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
It was
guys.
great meeting you.
Bye.
Joining us. Bye. Aw, little Minnie. Bye, guys.
Bye.